Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from Comic Book Puppets, here today on Comic Book Puppets. Today, for what? Stargirl, as the intro so humbly introduced. And to join me in this recap and review from the darkness, that loyal amphibian you all know, some of you love, Froggy! Froggy?
How's it going?
Don't do that.
Do what?
That.
Darkness.
Yeah, you go back there. Creepy little thing. Speaking of creepy little things, let's get to this episode.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. It starts off pretty much with Courtney and Pat in the art room from last week, where the teacher, what is his name? Phil?
Designer?
Paul? Yeah. Paul Designer. He messed up the room because of Eclipso.
He's actually in the comics called Paintball.
Yes. Well, he's not called Paintball here, but maybe in the future. Anyway, they're studying the area, getting a look of it. And that's when Icicle's son, do you know his name?
Cameron?
Cameron, I think so. Comes in, and he's kind of feeling down in the dumps today for some reason. I can't remember.
Because everyone, he says all the good people around here are all the bad things happen to all the good people. He still thinks his dad is a good person.
Yeah. Somebody should let him know that.
Courtney is just going to turn him into a villain because she just keeps lying to him.
Yep. Lying is the root of all their problems. But they look at some of the paintings that are actually there because Pat tells them how Eclipso is able to manipulate their minds to make them think that some paintings are there.
Yeah.
And there's one there that is real that shows Sydney with the black diamond.
Yeah, the dogs playing poker is not real.
No, that one was real.
Oh, was it really? Dogs play poker?
Well, you're a frog. Don't you play poker?
No, no, I don't know how to play poker. I play a different kind, but we can't talk about that on the stream.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, with that painting, they now are using that to say, okay, Sydney has a black diamond. We need to get to her. So Pat goes ahead and heads to the garage.
And this is where the beginning of the little choreography, little things here. Like they all say, "I'll meet you back at the pit stop." But at the same time.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now. 3, 2, 1. I'll meet you back at the
pit stop.
Yeah, like that. And during
except that you got hit by a crowbar.
I guess. Well, we'll talk about the crowbar hitting me later. Because we see during the day, Yolanda's working at her new job as a waitress. And that's when we
get the fiddler.
Yes, the fiddler's son.
Well, no, he actually was the fiddler.
Well, that doesn't come until
no. Well, I'm just saying, because his mom used his dad. Actually, no, it was his dad was the one at the violin. His mom started using it for her own purpose for his games. She got killed, and now he's grumpy emo boy. He's like, I know what you did to my parents. I know what you guys did last summer.
I saw the pictures of you naked.
They were great.
Thank you.
I've never seen so much.
It's really impactful on my years going through puberty.
Yeah, you know.
Well, that's more or less what he said. But
and then and then he stormed out of there like a little girl.
Yeah, because Yolanda's saying, if you're not going to order something, then please just go. And so he says, oh, I know what you did, and runs away. She
should have been like, yeah, and what's your point?
Well, the thing is, they didn't do anything, because last season, Sportsmaster and Tigress are actually responsible for killing his mother.
Yep. Shocking that there's no security cam footage.
Well, it was in a house.
Oh.
Yeah. But we also get to see Dr. Midnight. She goes to the office, has a talk with her dad, but, oh, we got to wait for your mom, blah, blah, blah. She goes out there, and Artemis is there waiting.
Isn't her name Beverly?
I think so.
Yeah, it's Beverly.
Bev. Yes.
Yes.
I'll remember that. Or I'll forget. We'll have to wait and see. Artemis goes out there where Beverly is, and she basically says the same thing. I know what you did. And it's going to be a classic story. And she doesn't even know that Beverly is... Wait, no, it's Beth. Beth!
Sorry. It's one of the two.
This is why I say new Dr. Midnight. It's better to be half right than half wrong.
After midnight, we're gonna let all hang out.
Well, let's hope we don't take until midnight to tell this story.
Yeah, we can let it hang out before that.
But we see as Beth is... Wait, she's going through a hard time right now. Her parents are probably getting a divorce. She's trying to keep together.
Yeah. She's in her dad's office. We see her in the very beginning, you know, and she's like, and she's talking to her dad. She's got this whole like pre-planned nerdy binder, like, you know, for couples retreat stuff, golfing. What was the other one? Spa, and she's about to get that third one. And then her dad cut her off, and like, you know, and she's like, and he's like, well, because he's like, we don't want, you and your mother don't want to get back together, or because they're no. She's like, it's your work, your job, whatever. And then she's like, he's like, we'll talk about this later, and I'll have to work. And she's like, no, I don't like this. She actually grew a backbone, and she actually confronted her dick of a father, her mom and her dad. I don't care if they're going to divorce. The way they're handling it is selfish.
Wrong. It is. No, I don't disagree. But she's going through a hard time. So when Artemis is saying, you don't know what it's like to have your family be perfectly normal, and then the next day, boom, and Beth is about to say, well, actually, but then
that was the same day.
Yeah, it's the same day. I know. That's what I'm saying. And Artemis isn't hearing it, and she's saying, no, you don't. And it's going to be a classic story, jock versus nerd. And I don't like this. They should have recruited Artemis for the JSA before the ISA could get to him.
Well, Artemis should understand her parents are in jail, and after the conversation, she should have been fine with that. Instead of her blaming, I'm going to blame Courtney and all them for my parents being in jail or I'm going to jail. Dude, your parents are criminals, Sportsmaster and Tigress. Google search, bro.
Use a little Google. It'll go a long way.
Whoa.
But,
Wow.
Wow, what?
I mean, just wow. Google search, bro. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Now we're the Wilson brothers.
Yep.
Speaking of the Wilson brothers.
Oh, wow.
We see Luke Wilson, also known as Pat, going into the garage. And right as he's getting ready to start Stripe Up, the fiddler comes out. Yes.
Well, yeah. The fiddler comes out and he uses his daddy's violin, and he sends a concussion of like blast, knocking Pat down onto the stairs. And then here comes Artemis dressed as Sportsmaster.
Sportress. We're going to call her that. She is a mix of Sportsmaster and Tigress, so she is Sportress.
And she's got a crowbar, and she's going to beat Pat. And Pat's like, I'm not going to hit a kid. I'm thinking like, Pat, these aren't normal kids. Yep.
Well, he as much says so after she gets a hit on him, saying, are any of the kids in this town normal?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the fight seekers and everything. He just got his butt kicked. He got thrown off the freaking balcony. I'm surprised. I mean, he was in the hospital afterwards. He seemed, I'm surprised he wasn't like paralytic.
Yeah, and the whole point
you see how high that balcony was? He fell on the concrete.
Well, no, he fell on the table and then he was knocked to the concrete.
Well, who cares, man? It's freaking like 15 feet in the air.
It was tall, and yes, he does get really hurt. Fiddler's about to do a really hard final blast,
but Artemis shows a sign of restraint and says, "No, we're only here for the robot." Their basic goal was to destroy the robot.
Yep, and she makes mention about how Pat is her dad's friend.
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean, he did help them see her, well, not ace her.
Like you said, I get a feeling that Artemis is gonna turn and not really. She may join the JSA, or she may just never come back in the show.
I think she's going to join the JSA.
I don't think so. I think they're just going to use her for that, and that's it.
We're going to have to agree to disagree.
Well, no, I don't agree to disagree with you at all. I'm just going to disagree.
Well. We could, okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll disagree to agree.
Be that way.
I will be that way because I'm who I am.
Anyway, because Pat is in the hospital, they are very upset. And Courtney is feeling partially to blame. She's saying how she should be there. But her mom, what are you doing?
What? Is your problem? I can't disprove.
You know, somebody was actually telling me today in one of the videos, you looked like you were having a seizure. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, so send money. Send money, please. I need money for medication. Drop a tick.
Yes, I'll pull up the ticker. Okay. Now, getting back to the Courtney's feeling to blame, but her mom is there to say, no, you're not to blame. And, I know Pat's in the hospital bed, but you can do this. You can do it without him if you have to. So go get get the black diamond and kick that girl's ass.
And you do it good.
Do it good. That's right. And then after Courtney leaves to go get her staff and get ready, she decides to take out her card. And she calls the Shade.
Oh, Ghostbusters?
No, he doesn't call Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who are you going to call?
Well, I guess the Shade. You are the Knight, by the way.
Knight.
Hello to you, nerdy Texan accountant, and of course to you, Marania.
I am the darkness, my friend.
And getting back to it really quickly, she calls Shade. Shade's there, and she says the situation. And he's like, how does this concern me exactly? And that's when, Courtney's mom says, Sydney has the black diamond. And that gets his attention. So we cut from there to the school. The school, and we see the new ISA, I guess you could call it. What are you doing?
I'm reading this. It's very important.
I'll read it at the end, okay?
You don't have to read to me. I'm reading right now.
Okay.
And bye-bye. It's done. Bye-bye.
It's gone.
It's gone. Look, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's back.
Now let's get back to the show. Yes.
Sorry. Go back to your show. I'm reading this.
Okay. They meet at the school cafeteria, and this leads to a fight. This fight scene is awesome. It just flows so well as you see Courtney face off against Sydney, and you see the Fiddler against Yolanda, and Artemis against Our Man. Dr. Midnight's kind of just chilling there. She does help distract at one point, but the fight is awesome. It's so smooth, and it has transitions. So like certain moves that they'll do can go straight into another fight that's happening right next to them. Don't you agree, Froggy?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mm-hmm. Are you are you distracted? Do I need to take away the ticker?
Don't you dare, Huey. I'll force you to watch Supergirl 24/7 then.
You already do.
Wait. Oh, that's great.
But the fight,
the fight is awesome. When one person does a kick move, the other person does the same moves. Karate says, "Wah!" And like, yeah, it was Yolanda as a Wildcat. She did a move and then she landed in a certain stance and superhero pose. Rick did the same thing, and the other side does the area, and he landed in the same pose too. Yep, they're all doing like this, and the choreography and the fighting scene is amazing. Until and then just when it seems like oh my gosh, the whole Rick, Power Man, sorry, I don't keep Power Man, Hour Man versus Artemis. Oh my gosh, that whole bathroom scene. They're like he's stuck. She's stuck. They're basically throwing him through the toilets, and then she was bashing his head in toilets. She stuck his face into the toilet bowl, and he gets angry. He eats up. He shoves her face through a urinal. I'm just like, man, she's eating urinal cake today.
Oh, that's unnecessary, Froggy.
Well, I'm just saying, you're basically in the guy's bathroom.
Yeah. And from there,
we all know the guys have pubes. So
why you have to?
Well, I'm just saying that's what happens when you fight in the men's room.
Go back to reading the ticker.
Okay.
But there is
oh, it's back.
Anyway, Anyway, Rick is able to finish the fight. He gets Artemis up against the wall and bends her baseball bat and like pins her to it.
Yeah, he showed. Yeah, and oh man, she got some like clean shots of his face with his little baseball bat. And let's just say that he ends up with some cracked ribs in his face. Oh my gosh, the new Miss we'll call her, Miss Midnight. She's using an X-ray vision on the goggles, and you just see Rick's face, his full face is busted and broken. I'm thinking like, how does this dude able to talk?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. The fight pretty much finishes with, well, the JSA being victorious.
Yeah,
and the ISA are all standing there, and they look like they might go for another round, but that's when darkness comes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes.
Hi, darkness. Yeah.
Is the Shade back there?
He might be.
I don't hear any British accent.
Well, he could be sleeping, but does he snore in British?
I think he does. I think he snores in British. It's a British snore.
Ah.
Yes. But from there, he's saying, we're done here. This ends now.
Rubbish. Oh, rubbish. Oh, he must be here.
Where's my tea?
Crumpets.
To our British viewers, though, we have you. No offense.
For those of you on the other side of this pond, thanks for messing it up, man. It was clean over here, and now you guys' crap is floating over here. We are fine, but together, we work together, we can make this pond a better swamp.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about togetherness.
Uh-huh.
You know, well, unity.
Anyway.
Yeah.
While the Shade...
Coffee's better than tea. Suck it.
Okay. Well, there's no need for this debate, even though I agree.
America, USA, USA.
Okay, calm down.
What?
Calm down, frog. Go back to reading the ticker.
Okay. Hi, ticker.
Okay, that's a good frog. The Shade is there, and Froggy's having a seizure again.
Send money! Oh, I'm dying. Send money. Save a dying frog.
I think Miranya's right. You are tapping into that Mountain Dew force, huh? Mm-hmm. Soda force.
You know what I saw today? This is off topic, but Mountain Dew, they have apple flavor now. I
see. Is it your shade of green?
Well, not really. It's a little darker, but many people don't know this. Then Mountain Dew's been around for a while. Everybody thought it was an apple that fell on Sir Isaac Newton's head. It was actually a Mountain Dew.
You need to stop. I'm trying to run a show here.
Then run it then.
All right.
Anyway,
the Shade is there, and he's saying to Sydney, "Give me the diamond." And that's when Eclipso, within the black diamond, says he's afraid of me. And he takes Sydney over by force. And at that moment, he goes ahead, and it looks like there's a struggle between the darkness and the purple light that emits from the stone. And that's when Stargirl decides to swoop in and uses the staff, and it goes against the diamond and cracks it, shatters it. And at that moment,
they needed to switch to Geico for better car insurance.
No. At that moment,
they could have used a save.
Eclipso is free of the black diamond.
Yeah.
And first thing we do,
we get to see the guy who played the Ooze on Saban's Power Rangers movie. The purple guy. But I guess though the Eclipso though looks like a purple version of the Green Goblin. If they ever would have done the freaking movie correctly instead of giving the freaking armor helmets, Eclipso looks amazing.
I enjoy the armor helmet. So.
Well, you would.
Anyway.
Bye-bye.
No, we're not done yet.
No, I'm talking to
the ticker. The ticker isn't a person, Froggy.
Don't be jealous. I talked to it instead of you.
Eclipso has escaped. First thing he does is go to the Fiddler, who is on the floor. He just tosses him aside, and he looks at him and says, "What an evil, evil child," and consumes him, leaves him nothing but a dirt stain on the floor.
Hi, Breen.
No, Breen isn't a dirt stain on the floor.
Wow, that's rude. He's older than the dirt stain on the floor. Get it right.
No. And at that moment, Sydney is trying to tell Eclipso, no. I got
magic moment.
You owe me. And Eclipso says, I owe you nothing. He goes ahead and he takes a piece of the black diamond, tosses it underneath her, and she is pretty much consumed in a black puddle. Courtney tries to save her, but it's too late, and she gets sucked in. Our man tries to charge him, but after that, well, Eclipso's had his fun. He swipes him away, just to the side, and runs out.
On all fours.
On all fours.
It looked like those supernatural things with paranormal. You see a guy running on all fours, a human being. It was weird.
And at that moment, there is an eclipse outside. Everybody can see it.
A lunar eclipse.
Mm-hmm. And this is not good. It's not good at all. And it actually ends with, well, like we said, Rick is damaged, and people are just left wondering what's happening next. And we finally see Eclipso walking through shades, and not the shade. The shade actually got stabbed, and he's having trouble maintaining his form. But Eclipso's walking through darkness, and suddenly he turns into the small child that we saw at the beginning of this season. And he's laughing.
He turned into Puppetine. Yeah, I know your secret, bro.
Yes, he turns into a young boy, and he's ready to start causing mayhem. And that's how it ends. And we're ready for the next episode. This show is so good. As Nerdy Texan Accountant said, should probably start watching the show. You should definitely start watching this show. It is one of the best superhero shows, period, right now. Other than that, I'm not sure what else to say. We enjoyed the episode thoroughly. We love the fights. We love the characters and how they're going. And we really just, we don't want to lose anybody. If the Shade ends up dying, I'm going to be very sad. But that's about it for us, right, Froggy? Any final thoughts?
Courtney was having a bad hair day after this fight. Didn't say much. I noticed her hair was a mess. Disheveled look. I was slightly irritated that nobody went to help Courtney try and save the one girl, Cindy. She's like, help me. And Courtney's hair is like, why didn't Rick come over and like help pull her up with his strength? You know? Yeah. So, all right.
I don't know. It's very, I think they were all shocked. I think that's what it comes down to. They were all, on some level, quite shocked. And that's why the Shade didn't do anything until after, well, Eclipso had his fun. But overall, I still think it's a really good episode. And now we can go ahead and get to what the ticker is addressing down here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stick around on the channel. Subscribe. Help us grow, because we're trying to build a community here, and we need your help to do that. Save the shaking for the buy, okay?
For the bio?
For the buy.
That's with buys.
Y-E.
Oh, B-I-I.
We also ask you to like the video. We need to go ahead and get this out there, you know, and it helps. Leave a comment, too. Let us know your thoughts on it. Young Eclipso's like 8, so no.
Is that your fantasy?
Not mine.
I meant like a teenage Eclipso hitting on teenage Courtney. Is that be really weird?
That's like Sky High. You seen that movie? It's like that would be like Sky High. The villain turning into a teenager and actually being thousands of years old. Yeah. We also ask you to please check out the Ko-Fi. We do comic book readings, and it's properly dubbed Classic Puppet Theater. And we read comics. But comics cost money. So if you could leave $1 in the till, go ahead. Please do. And I think that's about it. So thank you all so much for watching. We will see you next time. And Supergirl's about to come up soon. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And bye! You're not going to do the shake and disappear?
Yeah, Charles.